There's no direct path. You can get all of the philosophical and spiritual knowledge, ascertain all of it, cross-reference all of it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All of it is teaching the exact same thing, and all of it means the exact same thing. Get the understanding that you are the source. You are part of it. Everything that exists is all part of everything, down to the atoms, from all that exists to all that does not. The nothing cannot know itself without perspective. Thus are you living in that perspective, and you are a divine being because of that aspect. God is everything. Everything is all. So every atom, every timeline, every possibility of everything that it is already was, and you exist in that right now. Now, where your spirit is starting to have issues comes down to the awakening. It comes down to getting the light codes. It comes down to realizing that you're something that is outside of all of it, right? You're the observer in a body that is just stuck in this realm. Now, when you feel different, when you feel like the black sheep, when you feel like there's something going on, it's because there is. You chose to be here for something, and you just have to figure out what that something is. For me, it is communicating that to others. I want you to understand that. But there's no one thing, there's no cookie cutter thing. When you see all these people out here that are trying to deliver something to you, for you to use to get there. Oh, you're stuck because of this. You're not quite there. There's, guess what? Next month, latch on or it's all over. None of that matters. The future doesn't exist yet because we are deciding it. However, I will say, because the possibility exists that the consciousness shift is real, it means that we've already won. Let me say that again. Because the possibility exists that we have made the shift for the next step of humanity and its reality, we have already won. The only reason we are here to play out this timeline is to see it happen. The possibility already exists. We've already won. Okay? We have several years ahead of us to make it happen, to figure out what we're going to do in that meantime. And it's up to each of us to figure that out for ourselves. But you don't need anything but your own faculties. The only thing you need to understand is that you need to come into yourself and realize yourself and your self-worth, your goals, etc. Figure out how you want to be. What is it in your very core as a child and growing up? What is it that resonated with you the most, and how did you want to display yourself? For me, it was simply just figuring out the truth. Figuring out the truth of humanity, where we are, why we're stuck, what all of this means, why is it that we're here, and then just like literally the truth of humanity itself. I know what that truth is. I'm not one to share that. There are many sources out there, and you can come to that conclusion yourself. Because when it comes down to it, all timelines exist at the same time. It doesn't matter that we're here right now. It does matter, but that's free will, and that's why it matters. Regardless, I digress. I'm going too far. We can make the shift. We're going to make the shift because the possibility exists that we can do that. It's already, happened. So get with the program, jump aboard, figure out what it is you want to do. What I want to do is I want to have these philosophical discussions. I want to have this understanding and knowing with people. And I just want to talk to people and make them aware that they're not crazy. Like, I see you. I see you. I see you. And it's okay. So let's just start doing what it is that we actually want to do and start generating the money. That's why this meta space exists. They're not going to rule it. We are. We're going to rule this meta space. We are going to rule the AI. The AI will work for us. And that's all we have to do is use it for understanding, use it for financial freedom, and then figure out where the hell to go from there. And stop buying into these people that want to sell you something. If you have to buy something, them. You understand that? Because you don't need that. Some people might need it. They want to feel like they are appreciated, that their time and their money is well spent. And guess what? That feeds the ego. You don't need any of that. Amass the total amount of knowledge that you can, read it, understand it, but figure out what works best for you and figure out how to utilize it best for you. Once you actually have the understanding to yourself, none of the rest matters. You don't need to do all that. You just have to have the clarifying moment and then proceed from there and then execute on that. However you deem fitting for your experience in this lifetime, in this pivotal moment of reality. Because we're all getting there. You don't have to worry about that. I'll be along the way. And I can't wait to share it with whoever I connect with. It's going to be great. And for those that know, you know. And for those that want to keep trying to pretend that they know, we're here. We see you. Stop buying in. Do the research yourself or find the people that can do it for you. And then just be. I'm working on something myself, amassing all this kind of stuff for people that need it, that want to understand, that don't have the time for researching the information, but just need it at hand. So I'm developing something that will help everybody, and I want it to be entirely free. Entirely free. I'll have a donation, button. If somebody wants to throw me a bone, great. I appreciate that. That will help me continue to do the work that I want to do. But I'm not trying to charge you anything for any amount of information. If you want to ask me questions and you want me to talk to you and ask you questions, I can tap into the Akashic. I can tap into outside of myself for source to be able to help answer anything or any blockage that you might have as to getting you where you need to be, because there's no reason you shouldn't already be there. It's just up to you to understand the confines of your own brain to be able to get there. And sometimes the best thing is just to talk to somebody that knows how to ask questions. And I'm not saying I'm fit for that, but it's been made apparent to me that I have the ability to do that for people. And I don't want anything from you. Your time, if you want to go there and you want to access that and you want to be part of this community that moves forward, great. That's why I'm doing this. Because I'm done working. I cannot go back into a normal job anymore. I am done with the 9 to 5. My son asks me every day, why are you going to work? Why are you going to work? Why can't you just quit? Why can't we just do this? I'm like, son, it just is what it is. And I'm tired of telling him that, because it's not just is what it is. I want to break that cycle and show him that there's more than just it is what it is. No, you need to express what you feel, how you feel, and then relay that to others so that we could all like progress and vibrate higher together. We're receiving these light codes like nobody's business. Like ever since 3i Atlas like flew through town and made its appearance, it's like, hey, by the way, for those that you are already awake, kick it into overdrive. Let's go, baby. COVID did it too. A lot of people were able to capitalize off of COVID. Some for the greater, 100%. A lot for not so great, nefarious self-service means, and they'll get stuck at sixth density. It's a whole nother rabbit hole to go down for another video. But if you relate to any of this in any capacity, I'm a father, I'm in my 30s. I'm done with the monotony of the everyday world. I was done with it when I was younger. But then life happened and I decided to hunker down and, make ends meet to provide. I got reawakened. This isn't my first rodeo. This might be my third rodeo. But this is the rodeo with the foundation and the stability that I have with clear mind to be able to move forward and teach others. I could tell others before, but now I can teach. I don't want anything from you. I don't. You can give me what you want if you feel resonated to. But I'm just here to make you feel seen, create an avenue where I can be free so I can do this more often and figure out how to utilize this moving forward and going further. But every single person here is perfect. You're all perfect. Anybody that sees this, you're great. You're perfect. You don't have to worry about anything. You're here for a reason. We've already won. It's inevitable. You're going to hear that word a lot. Ever since I heard it, ever since I've said it, it just keeps reappearing through other scenarios and synchronicities. And it's inevitable. The possibility for us existing at this time, right now, for there to be a convergent point, for all this stuff to be happening, there's no other outlet than to win. Otherwise, we'd have been blown up by now. And we're not. We just keep awakening. We just keep getting further. We've already won. It's only a matter of time. The dilation in the time that we feel literally exists for us to figure it out for ourselves and our perspective to see how we want to move forward. Conglomerately. Not even a word. But you know what I mean. And the overall entire consensus of those that are awakened to see where we want to go. The timing literally exists for us to figure that out for our singular perspective. So, I love you. I will be back. There will be more. This is the first one, and we're going to get there. I'm done working. I don't want to do it anymore. I need your help. You may or may not need my help. I'm just spitting information. If it helps you, come on, let's go. Let's do this. I'm very glad about that. But I can't do it anymore. I'm done. I'm tapped out. The 9 to 5, the normal work week, not for me. Never was, never has been. I played the character, I did it. But here we are. We're at this point. I know what I need to do now. And that's just share my message. And every single one watching, every single one that wants to tag along, wants to ask questions, wants to be a part of it, I got you. We're going to grow this together. It's not just me. It's us. So I'm going to prove that we can, and you're going to prove that we can along with me. I love you.